Imagine stepping just 2 miles outside Manchester city centre and finding a secluded district, once guarded by private toll gates, a place where suffragette leaders, world-famous artists and industrial magnates lived side by side. A neighborhood where you can buy a flat for as little as £120,000, rent minutes from the major hospitals and universities, and still feel like you are in a peaceful suburban retreat. We explore the streets tourists skip, revealing everyday life, hidden corners, and local history across Manchester, UK, and beyond. So welcome to another episode exploring the Victoria Park. Today we are walking the full loop, starting at Daisy Bank Road, down Hanover Crescent, along Milverton Road, through Lyndon Road to the Laughing Old Park, and back again to Daisy Bank Road to complete the loop. So whether you are buying, renting, or investing, or simply relocating with family, stay with me until the end because this walk is truly fascinating. So we are starting right here at the junction of Daisy Bank Road and Hanover Crescent. To give you some context, Victoria Park was founded in 1836 by an architect, Richard Lane, as Manchester's very first private gated residential estate. During the height of the Industrial Revolution, wealthy cotton barons built their grand mansions to escape the heavy smoke and smog of the city centre. So back then, the area operated as its own independent enclave, complete with private security guards, boundary walls, and toll gates at every entrance. So notice the sheer width of the avenues here as we walk through these streets, the setback driveways and the dense free canopy. Right along Daisy Bank, which we've left behind, if you were to walk through it, actually we've done it in one video, and you might remember if you've watched that video that you'll pass architectural gems like the Edgar Wood Centre, a great one listed building designed by pioneer Edgar Wood and renowned across Europe as a masterpiece of arts and crafts architecture. So Hanover Crescent itself offers a secluded horse hall layout that feels remarkably detached from the city. Before we walk further, let's break down the property market, because so many of you ask about house prices, rental yields, and investment potentials in South Manchester. Let's see these figures. So apartments and period conversions Many of these sprawling 19th century mansions that you find around here have been converted into stylish modern apartments, and buying a 1 or 2 bedroom conversions would be between £120,000 to probably around £220,000, and renting would be from anything from about 850 to 1,250 per month. So who does it actually suit? I would say it's a deal for medical professionals working at the nearby hospital, or researchers at the university, and students also from the university looking for character properties close to the Oxford Road. And if you're a family houses and townhouses are also available. So if you need a family accommodation and extra garden space, and you want to buy a 3 to 4 bedroom, we're talking of amounts these are current figures, by the way. The market is very dynamic. It's always going up and down, but it's between 280,000 to 425,000, as I said, for 3 to 4 bedroom or modern townhouses. And if you want to rent these, then we are talking of amounts between £1,400 to £2,000 a month. And if you're talking about the grand mansions and the HMOs, the massive detached Victorian villas boast of 5 bedrooms and more, and these have been converted into shared spaces. So that's what we call the HMO, the house for multiple occupancies. And if you're buying one of those, we're talking of amounts between 450,000 to 750, and renting anything between £500 and £600 a month. So we are walking on Milverton Road. So this park, or the Laughing Owl Park, is a peaceful green pocket and is favorite gathering spot for the local residents, morning joggers, family with young children, as it is the center that stands the distinctive Laughing Owl wooden sculpture, which we're going to see right now. It's also dog friendly, so for the families who have pets and would like to walk their pets here, then it's a perfect place for them. So owls hold a special place here in Manchester's civic heritage. But here in the Victoria Park, the Laughing Owl adds a playful, artistic touch to what was once a strictly private walled estate. Today, it serves as a welcoming community focal point where locals sit to read, have a picnic, or let kids play under the trees. So as we turn onto Milverton Road, we enter the quiet residential core of Victorian Park. This area isn't just scenic, it is packed with history, as we have seen in our various videos now, in our previous episodes. Just to mention a few things that maybe we've not mentioned in our past episodes. Over the decades, some of the UK's most influential figures lived along these exact streets. We had Sir Charles Hallé, founder of the world-famous Halle Orchestra, who lived on Daisy Bank, which is at the beginning where we started. But also we had Ford Madox Brown, who is a celebrated painter and was a resident at the Addison Terrace, the white mansions that we had at the junction at the beginning. And then we did mention the suffragette, the British suffragette leader, Emmeline Pankhurst, who lived at the Buckingham, it's the famous number 4 Buckingham Terrace during the 1890s before making history. So as you look around Milverton Road, you'll notice how Victoria Park evolved. While many mansions remained single family homes, others were absorbed by, for example, the university that we saw the other day, the Dalton Ellis Hall in our previous video, and some of them have also been absorbed by the university for iconic student residences. So if you're a family and you're moving to this area, or you're looking to relocate to this area, Victoria Park offers an exceptionally practical location. In terms of schools, you've got the St. Chrysostom's Primary School, which is located right here within the neighborhood on Oxford Place. But then we've got, for secondary school, we've got options like the Trinity Church of England, the Trinity Church of England High School, and the Manchester High School for girls, and the Manchester Grammar School. But also there is another one not very far away from here, the famous Xaverian College. And for healthcare, we've got the Manchester University NHS Foundation, which is just a 5 minutes walk from here, including the Manchester Royal Infirmary, Royal Manchester Children's Hospital, and the St. Mary's Hospital. And also it is important to mention shopping options. For dining out, you have a directly walkable access to Winslow Road, where we've got the famous Curry Mile in Rusholme, and where it features hundreds of Middle Eastern and South Asian and also international restaurants. But also for groceries, you've got major supermarkets and independent markets in Rusholme and Longside. Also there's the Longside Market, which is not very far away from here. It is a walking distance from this location. It is a beautiful neighborhood, very quiet, but what makes it even more attractive is the fact that it is not very far away from the town center, not just the town center, from major amenities. So if it is your first time here, the channel goes by the name of Hajways. Please remember to like the video, share it with friends and family, leave a little comment so that I can always come back to you to thank you. I like doing that personally. All right, so we are on Lyndon Road now, and as we progress down this stretch, you will notice how the architecture subtly shifts. You will see the 19th century red brick houses standing right next to the mid-century housing, but also towards the end we're going to see the modern townhouses and contemporary accommodation. And they blend in very, very perfectly. This blend reflects Victoria Park's designation as a protected conservation area by Manchester City Council in 1972, ensuring that new developments respect the historical or the historic scale, tree coverage where there is, and a low density feel of the original blueprint. So for commuters, healthcare workers and international relocators, transport connectivity here is outstanding. Buses or bus links include Victoria Park, which it sits strategically between Wimslow Road and the Stockport Road, two of the busiest, highest frequency bus corridors in Europe. Routes such as 142, 143 and 147 and also 192 arrive every other 2 to 3 minutes, taking you straight into Manchester Piccadilly, Oxford Road Station or the city centre in under 15 minutes. Drivers may have immediate access to the A57 and the Mancunian Way and also the M60 Ring Road. But also the airport is not very far away from here. It's roughly 20 minutes drive south. In fact, if you walk over to the nearby Platt Fields Park just minutes away, you can regularly watch aircraft when they are in their final approach path into Manchester Airport, or when they are actually taking off. So you can see, if you watch closely, you'll see that there are some buildings that are not as old, but the style or the architecture has been maintained. The only difference that I've found is the ones that are upcoming here on our right hand side, which are the brand new ones, but they are beautiful. But you look at all these other ones, they have been really maintained, and if anything new had been built here or has been built here, it looks almost exactly the same. You cannot tell the difference. So in the effort to maintain this blending, they've done these other ones. They look slightly different, but you would agree with me that they do fit in. I mean, Victoria Park effortlessly blends the historic charm, also deep cultural roots, competitive property prices, and unbeatable proximity to the Manchester's major hospital and universities. It is easily, I would say, one of the city's most underrated places to live. Yes, just to remind you again, if it is your first time here, the channel goes by the name of Hajways. If you have watched up to this end, I would really like to thank you. Please like the video, share it with friends and family, and don't forget to leave a comment so that I can come back to you to thank you in person. So Victoria Park is what you've seen as how we've brought it to you. And if you've enjoyed this walking tour, please don't forget, as I say, to subscribe to Hajways, and tell me in the comments which Manchester neighbourhood you'd like me to explore next. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Victoria Park. And if you thought this neighbourhood was fascinating, wait until you see where we head on our next adventure. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.